Now, in this session, whatever we have learned in the previous session about pixels and DPs, I will try to show with one example. I will open Activity XML screen design. Now, in this related layout, in place of text view, you can apply that DP to text views also, but let me take a button in place of text view. Currently width is wrap content. Now, first let me open screen preview. Here you can observe, currently I have opened a screen preview for Nexus 4 phones. You can select a different phone preview also by selecting a different emulator, by selecting a different preview. Currently I have selected Nexus 4. Let me select Nexus S, whose diagonal size is 4.0 inches and width is 480 pixels and height is 800 pixels. So here you can observe diagonal inches and width and height. Let me open Nexus S. On the Nexus S, our output will look like this. Now what I will do, in place of width wrap content, I will give width as 120 pixels, that is 120 px. Now you can observe, when I change to 120 pixels, the overall width is 480 pixels. 120 means 1/4 of the width. So it is occupying currently 1/4 of the width. Now, at any point of time, you can cross check how this output will look on different phones by selecting a different phone from this drop down box. Now let me select Nexus 9, which comes with width 2048 pixels, 9-inch phone, 9-inch tablet. When I select this, since I have used px, that is absolute value, you can observe here it is looking very odd. Let me zoom it. It looks like this. That means 120 pixels means it is almost 1/10 of your phone screen width. So which is obviously looking bad. So as per the expectations, in the small phones, if it is occupying 1/4 of the screen width, even in the big phones also, it should occupy 1/4 of the screen width. But it is not fitting correctly. This problem is called as I told you already, compatibility problem. Your application is not fitting properly on different screen sizes. Now what I will do, rather than giving 120 px, now I will give 120 dp. dp for density independent pixels. Observe automatically, when I change to dp, automatically it is fitting properly. As the screen size grows, it will automatically increase the button width as you have given density independent pixels. Remember, in place of dp, you can also give dip. So both are correct only. There is no difference between dp and dip, only the acronym is different. Now same thing, if you see in Nexus S one more time, it will look like this. So I hope you understood what is the difference between px and dp. So based on the screen size, if you want to increase width and height of your view, better to go for dp, don't use px. That will solve your compatibility problem. Now, in the previous session, I have not covered about SP. Let me cover here itself. Before talking about SP, let me show an important point. At a given point of time, you can preview your screen design output on different phone models by selecting this drop down box and by clicking preview all screen sizes. You can observe Android Studio is displaying output format for different phone models. At any point of time, you can go here, remove previews. In that case, it will show only the selected preview. In this case, Nexus S. Now coming to SP. SP full form is scale independent pixels. The use of SP is, if you want to change font size or text size, either you can give px or SP. Remember, as I told you already, px has a problem, that is compatibility problem. So never use px. We should use SP for font sizes, and anything other than font sizes, we should use dp. For example, width. Layout width is not font size, it is normal. It is the width of a view. For this you can use dp. But for font sizes, use SP. That is mandatory. we have to follow that rule. I will explain what's the difference between DP and SP now. Now let us say I want to increase this hello world text size. The default text size is 16 pixels. Now I want to increase text size to, let us say, 25 pixels, which looks like this. But again, since we are using PX, whatever the problem we have seen for PX in the previous session, same problem will come for text size also. That means as the screen size grows, this text size will not grow. To solve that problem, either you can give DP or SP, but as I told you, for text sizes you should use SP. SP is scale independent pixels. Now let us see what's the problem if you use DP. Let us say I have used text size as DP. Now currently my text size is 25 dp. Now when user runs the application on the user's Nexus S phone, your text size will look like this. If you observe carefully, user can control font sizes by opening settings application and by going to font sizes, and user can reduce font size or increase font size at any point of time. Now let us say currently programmer has given button text size as 25 dp, but user want to reduce this. So what user will do? After installing this application, user might open settings application, go to font sizes and decrease to 16 pixels or probably small font sizes. In that case, since programmer has used DP, even though user is trying to reduce font size, it will not be reduced. That means programmer is not considering user's preferences, which is considered as bad programming design. It is user's phone, so obviously programmer should give high priority to user's preferences. Since there is a possibility that user can reduce or increase text size, so we should never use DP. If we use DP, then user's preferences will not be taken into consideration. In order to give user's font settings high priority, in place of DP we should use SP. That's the main difference. I hope you understood the difference between DP and SP. So blindly remember, wherever you use text size, use SP. Other than text sizes, for example layout width or whatever it is, use DP. At no point of time you should use PX. PX is outdated and we are not supposed to use it. Now since we have used SP after installing the application, now if user goes to settings application and font sizes, reduce to small font, automatically your application will be reflected with a small font sizes. I hope you understood.